Good morning, good day, good afternoon. This is Action Coach Christian Harbeck. And today I have Bernice Botha from Be Relevant, which is a graphic design studio. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks so much for having me. It's great to be here.
Awesome. So, not to waste a lot of time, please tell me about your business.
Well, I'm a graphic designer. I've been designing for quite a few years. It's been a passion while growing up. From little, I've been the arts and culture kid in the house, always singing, dancing, doing arts, drama, all of that stuff. And obviously, so as an adult, young adult, starting my own business, I had to obviously incorporate my love and my passion for what I'd like to do into something that I can make money out of, and hopefully provide and help provide for my family one day.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I suppose that's why we start businesses. And I know before our interview, you quickly mentioned or briefly mentioned when you have started. So give us a bit of a rundown on that.
So actually, I was a PRO for quite a few years of my life. So obviously I was in public relations, marketing for other companies, getting clients and so, but I decided to take the leap of faith and start my own business in the beginning of this year. Started playing around with a few ideas over December, just relaxing, getting my whole head around the whole thing, and started at the end of February, end of February this year. So just before the lockdown, before the COVID hit. So it's been quite challenging, but it's been worth every second.
Brilliant.
Definitely been pushing me to grow as a person. Yeah, definitely.
Brilliant. Okay, so just for everyone out there, who would you define as your ideal audience or ideal customer base?
Well, any business or anyone that wants to start their own business or already has a company that's grown quite a few years, it's always good to revise your marketing material, revise your logo, revise all your business or your marketing material that you promote your business with. So from startups to businesses that have been in the market or in the industry for as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
So pretty much anyone.
Okay. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense, especially now during lockdown. I think it's a great reset and restart. And I think branding and designing your brand differently or new, I think is a good way to go.
Definitely. There's also this Henry Ford quote that I actually quite like. I saw it on a billboard actually, driving to work this morning. It says, "A man who stops advertising to save money is like a man who stops a clock to save time."
There we go.
It's just idiotic. So that I've been also pushing that and just inspiring everyone around me to keep on marketing, to keep on putting their businesses out there. And using whatever platforms we have available now to be able to do that, to promote yourself and be an ambassador for the brand and the business that you're trying to grow and put out there.
I like that a lot. I like it a lot that you stopped somewhere in your car. I don't know if you stopped somewhere, but you must have been close to that billboard and read this Henry Ford quote. That's very interesting. I like that a lot. So obviously now you've mentioned something.
Yeah, it's a good way for them to obviously, sorry.
Yeah, no, go for it.
It's obviously a good way for them to market the billboard to use the space, because a lot of people tend to pull back on marketing and marketing material and promotions and stuff when times get tough.
I agree, especially at this time. I think marketing is more relevant than ever. So don't stop it. And obviously now, because COVID has started, how has this impacted your business? I mean, I know you pretty much were in the starting blocks in February, March, this virus comes. What has that done for you in your business?
Well, it's been tough because I draw my inspiration and energy from people out there. I love networking, meeting people face to face. I'm a very social person. So love meeting, enjoying it. I feed from other people's energy, or just them obviously inspiring me. So it's been tough being isolated, but at the same time, there are so many ways to stay connected, to stay inspired, to stay, busy and creative. So it's been a huge challenge, just to find other ways to not have that mental block that most creative people do get. So it's been a challenge, but I've tried to stay connected with friends and family through this time. You know, it's also so important to have a great attitude also during this time, to stay positive, because I feel like so many days I got a bit down in the dumps and I was like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where this is going. But also just to reach out and to stay connected to people through Zoom even. Like I mentioned before we started the interview, I've been a part of the BNI network group, and that's also been keeping me so busy, but at the same time so positive as well, connecting with people each week and really genuinely having people care about my business, care about me as a person as well, to help me grow forward, to help me pivot in a time like this.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It was actually, you answered my next question. What are the things that you have done in your business, one or two things that are working for you? And you mentioned BNI, Business Network International. I'm also a member there, and I think it's a brilliant platform. I think it's one of the top 3 things every business owner should be doing a lot is networking, even if it's not physically, at least doing it through Zoom or other platforms. Anything else that you've done or changed that is working for you?
Well, just trying to stay connected to people and also just trying to draw inspiration from everything around me. It's so easy to fall into this dark hole of negativity and criticism and, you know, criticizing the people around you, criticizing our government, criticizing just everything and being negative. It's so easy to do that, to resort to that. And it's really taken strength and perseverance and also just people that I connect with, that I speak to. We all need each other. At the end of the day. So if you stay connected and you network with people like I've been doing over BNI, and I've been so grateful for that platform because it's definitely just opened my eyes to the possibilities that are still there. The only person that's going to stop you in your tracks is yourself. And then that's why your attitude and the way your outlook and your perspective on everything is so important. I'm a very strong Christian as well, so I've also been praying and just staying connected to people in my small group and in church as well. Which is definitely something for me that's been working personally. I know it's different, and it's obviously a topic that everyone wants to go into, but it's definitely something that's been keeping me grounded and keeping me positive and strong. But also just to go back to the BNI, just staying connected with the people on the BNI group, but also getting to know them better. In the structure of BNI, you're supposed to do one-to-one sessions with people in your chapter and also cross-chapter. And I feel like that's been helpful as well. Just reaching out to people, hearing their perspective about a situation, also just learning from their businesses. And that also spikes my imagination and also my creativity on how I can help them promote their businesses. Brilliant. And also maybe marketing material that they use that I can maybe make better or just, you know, add a suggestion. Since I have been in the networking and marketing industry for so long, I've been exposed to it since I was a young kid. So brilliant. Because my parents also have been entrepreneurs, sole proprietors since the day I can remember.
Brilliant.
Or from I can remember what I can say. So I've definitely grown up in a house where there was obviously a lot of ups and downs, and also, you know, you had to make it work with what you got. And we all have so many talents, and, you know, if you can put your passion and your talent together, you can definitely make anything work.
I like that a lot. It's absolutely brilliant. Yeah. So it actually gets me to my next question, especially that you mentioned entrepreneurs. You know, it's been said, smart people learn from the mistakes of wise people. Let's do it again. It has been said, smart people learn from their mistakes and wise people learn from the mistakes of others. So what mistakes did you make along the way, and how can other entrepreneurs learn from that?
I think definitely, like I mentioned a few times now, your attitude is so important, and your outlook and your perspective on everything around you. I think the mistake most of us make, or what I've definitely been making, is allowing things around me to influence me and to have influence on the way I think and how I deal with situations. So that's definitely something you need to stay really quite strong on, or just, you know, get the relevant people in your life to be able to motivate you and encourage you when you need it the most, to get out of that perspective of, this isn't going to work, I don't know what I'm doing, maybe I shouldn't be doing this, instead of, you know, looking at what you have to offer and what your talents are and the passion that you have and why you started in the beginning. and why you started, or why you decided to pursue this. Because I definitely, in the beginning of the year, felt like, you know, I needed something else in my life. I needed something that made me truly happy. Not that I wasn't happy at my previous jobs, because I was constantly around people, networking, which I love. But I needed something to feed my creative side, and longed for something also of my own that I could call my own, this little baby that I can obviously help grow. So that's definitely something that's been tough. Just obviously your perspective, your attitude, you need to keep that, in line. Also, just set goals for yourself, short-term, long-term, because the short-term goals tend to obviously overlap into the long-term goals. And that's what helps me as a very structured, orientated person, to have these set goals to work towards, but also to figure out how along the way, how to figure them out once you obviously hit that mental block, as I obviously have, faced during this lockdown.
It's been a tough journey for a lot of business owners, but you know, it definitely resonates a lot on what you've been saying, and thanks for sharing that. I think it's very important for everyone out there to listen to what other business owners are also going through, and the person behind the business. I think it's so relevant. And just speaking about your business, I mean, I've got all your details, your email and your contact details, which will also be in the bottom of this post. Is there anything that you are offering at this point for the audience out there, where they need to pick up the phone and say, or, you know, type an email and say they need to reach out to you? Is there something you want to share on that?
Yeah, definitely. Whoever responds to this interview, to this post that you'll be sharing, and I'll also be sharing it. I'll be offering everyone a 10% discount if they use the hashtag or the code that we give them, Action Coach B. And also, what's so important is just the way you want to promote your business and the way you want to move forward. I tend to customize everything for my clients. There's so many things that people want to do, that people want to use, that people want designers to design for them, which isn't always relevant or needed for their business, or for, you know, the way to market their business going forward. So it's so important just to have a chat, and anyone's more than welcome to contact me. My contact number is on the screen as well. And it will be in the details. So if anyone wants to chat to me, just to find out, just to maybe just have a quick one-to-one,
brilliant.
More open.
I can definitely just recommend anyone to please reach out to B. And closing off this interview, what is the most inspiring thing for you today, or at any given point at the moment?
The most inspiring thing, I think, is seeing people out there really working hard and persevering through this time. It's been challenging for a lot of us, and a lot of people have lost their jobs, and a lot of people are actually, you know, stuck at home, not having resources. And then one of my very close friends actually shared a social media post on her social media page a while ago that said, I don't have to do this, I get to do this. And having that perspective also is, I just thought it was brilliant, because sometimes we tend to be in a situation where we feel like, oh my word, I have to do this, I need to get through this day, how am I going to survive, I need to do this, I need to do this. But actually we get to do this, and we have so many resources out there to use to live the dream that we want to. I mean, you are there's this another perspective I wanted to share. You decide what you want to expose yourself to. You decide what you want to have influence on you, and just changing your perspective and changing your attitudes towards things, and also just staying positive and reaching out to the right people and connecting with the right people will help you to move forward, regardless of your situation. It'll either make you grow, or you will lose everything, but at the same time you'll learn life lessons through that and do things differently. And that's what I think this COVID, or this pandemic, has done in my life majorly. It's literally changed my perspective over everything, to try and be positive, and also to see things differently, to be able to still grow.
I have to say, I really, really enjoyed this interview. You've shared so much wisdom and so much information that I think every business owner needs to, you know, self-reflect upon. And I think that's sometimes lacking a little bit. And that's why I want to do these interviews, spread something that other people feel inspired with and can work with and draw inspiration from. And I think this is so important, that you've been on this interview with me. I have to thank you so much for that. It's been really interesting. And I hope, and not hope, please, everybody out there, reach out to Bernice and ask her how she can help you in any way. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me. It was awesome. Thanks.